SVG 99.9, the heart and soul.
Bringing you the news 24 hours a day, 7 days per week, with a fresh approach. www.999wefm.com. WeFM News, online, on demand.
Welcome to WeFM's Midday News, brought to you with the kind compliments of Court St. Vincent Limited.
This season, set the trend. Be seen wearing the best and latest styles in eyewear from Quartz Optical. World-class brands like Ralph Lauren, Michael Kors, Armani, Kate Spade, Vogue, and much more. New brands, new styles, starting at only $799 with special financing available. Plus, trade in and save up to 35% off all lenses. Yes, set the trend and save a massive 35% off all lenses when you trade in your old pair of glasses today. Book your free eye exam right now only at Quartz Optical. Value you can see. Conditions apply.
Welcome back to WeFM's Midday News, brought to you with the kind compliments of Court St. Vincent Limited. I am your presenter, Rajiv Providence. First, on the local scene, Prime Minister Dr. Rav Gonsalves will leave the state on Wednesday to participate in the launch of Colombia's Reparations Commission. The Prime Minister, while speaking on WeFM's Issue at Hand program, said that he had received a formal invitation a few days prior to his appearance on the program. We'll hear more from the Prime Minister.
On Wednesday, I leave to go to Colombia to assist with the launch, to be part of the launch, very interestingly, of a reparations commission in Colombia. You know, the vice president is a young woman, a black woman, and President Petro has given her the brief to build those links with quote-unquote Afro descendants across Caribbean and Latin America, and this is part and parcel of it. She had asked me for a meeting at the UN when we were there on the margins of the General Assembly, and I had that discussion. She issued the invitation by word of mouth, and then a couple of days ago, we got the formal invitation.
That was the Prime Minister, Dr. Rav Gonsalves, speaking on WeFM's Issue at Hand program. The Prime Minister said that he will be accompanied by the Chairman of SVG's Reparation Commission, Adrian Odo. Prime Minister Gonsalves hailed the launch of the commission by Colombia as a good move and emphasized the importance of him lending his support to it. The Royal St. Vincent and the Grenadines Police Force, the RSVGPF, has launched an investigation into a fatal accident that occurred in Bayabu on Friday. According to a release from police, the incident resulted in the death of 35-year-old Kimron Goodluck of Bayabu, after he was crushed by a Freightliner truck registration number TN528 driven by Ron Williams of Edinburgh. Police said the 35-year-old Bayabu resident was pronounced deceased at the scene of the incident by the district medical officer. A post-mortem examination is expected to be carried out on the deceased to ascertain the exact cause of death. The RSVGPF is asking anyone with information that can assist in their investigations to contact them at 999-911 or contact the officer in charge of the South Central Division at 1-784-458-4200 or any police station or police officer you are comfortable speaking with. Still on the local scene, St. Vincent and the Grenadines will be holding a breadfruit festival on Wednesday, October 11th, commemorating World Food Day. The United Nations Food and Agriculture Organization, the FAO, will commemorate World Food Day on Monday, October 16th, 2023, under the theme, Water is Life, Water is Food, Leave No One Behind. The Breadfruit Festival will be held at the Dumbarton Agricultural Station under the theme, Water is Life, Breadfruit for Food Security. According to Veterinary Officer Dr. Nicole Tim, coordinator for the Breadfruit Festival, 100 students from primary and secondary schools in Mariquah Valley will be targeted. She further stated that the objective of the festival is to sensitize persons of the various ways in which breadfruit can be utilized to ensure food security. Plans are also ongoing for the celebration of World Food Day on Monday, which will see an exhibition hosted at the SVG Postal Corporation parking lot. A number of farmers and agro-processors will have on display fresh produce and value-added products showcasing the theme of World Food Day. Items from the Breadfruit Festival will also be a part of the exhibition. On to news in the region. Kenya's deployment of police officers to Haiti has been temporarily blocked by the court. The Kenyan judge, Enoch Mwita, upheld the request made by an opposition politician for an interim injunction. The opposition politician, Ikuru Akat, argued that the deployment of police officers to Haiti was unconstitutional as it was not backed by any law or treaty. Last week, the UN Security Council approved a Kenyan-led multinational security force, with the African country promising 1,000 police officers. The UN said the international mission has been approved for an initial period of a year with a review after 9 months. It will be led by Kenya and several of Haiti's Caribbean neighbors, including Antigua and Barbuda, Jamaica, the Bahamas, and Belize, have also pledged their support. The Caribbean Community CARICOM has called for a ceasefire in the Israel-Gaza conflict. CARICOM, in an official statement, said that the savage nature of the attacks and counterattacks are the opposite of what the civilized life and living should be. CARICOM says it joins the responsible members of the international community in calling for an immediate ceasefire and an end of hostilities by all parties. CARICOM states that it continues to support the United Nations Security Council Resolution 242 and the ongoing efforts of the United Nations towards a two-state solution as the best way to achieve comprehensive peace, security, and tranquility between Israel and Palestine. On the international scene, the lives of at least 6 journalists have been lost in a matter of days since the start of the war between Hamas and Israel. Journalist Saeed Al-Tawil, editor-in-chief of the Al-Qams news website, and 2 other members of the press were killed early on Tuesday as they went to film a building that Israel would soon bomb in Gaza City, Al Jazeera reports. The 3 journalists had been standing at a safe distance, hundreds of meters from the stated target, but the air attack instead hit a different building much closer to them. The crew was wearing flak jackets and helmets, clearly identifying themselves as members of the press. Funerals for the journalists were held hours later at a hospital in Gaza City. As a tribute to their work, the iconic helmets worn by media workers were placed on their bodies, which were covered in white sheets. Finally, in sports, the United Kingdom and the Republic of Ireland have been announced as the hosts of the 2028 European Championship. The UK and Ireland's joint bid ran unopposed after Turkey withdrew to focus on a bid with Italy for Euro 2032, which was also confirmed at a meeting in Switzerland, BBC Sport reports. London's Wembley Stadium and Glasgow's Hampden Park hosted games at Euro 2020. It is understood that the bid proposes that Cardiff's Principality Stadium hosts the opening match of the 2028 tournament, with the final at London's Wembley Stadium. This has been WEFM's Midday News. I have been your presenter, Rajiv Providence. Join us again at 3 o'clock for WEFM's 3 p.m. news. WEFM's Midday News is brought to you with the kind compliment of Courts St. Vincent Limited.
Make your move with Quartz Ready Cash and get a payment holiday for the holidays. Plus, with your next Quartz Ready Cash loan, you can enter to win up to $20,000 cash, plus other fabulous prizes in the Ready Cash Mega Money Roadshow. All you need is your ID, proof of address, payslip, job letter, and 2 references. Fund your life your way with Quartz Ready Cash. Get $100 cash when you refer a friend to Quartz Ready Cash. The more friends you refer, the more cash in your hand. Apply now. Visit shopquartz.com. Make your move with a loan from Quartz Ready Cash. We are ready when you are. Conditions apply.
WEFM reminds and encourages the general public and users of the Kittles Beach to keep it clean at all times. Discard of all garbage properly. It is illegal to remove the sand from the beach.